Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, huge breaking news today. CDC has changed once again, changed some of its guidances for opening up cruise ships, and Royal Caribbean has already jumped on it. And yeah, I had a video all set to go. I paused it. That's why the video's late today, but let's get into this breaking news. So a big change. Everyone was kind of freaking out. Look, if I go to a private island or I go up on top deck on the cruise ship and I've been fully vaccinated, why, oh why, do I have to wear a mask outdoors and things like that? Well, the CDC has come by and clarified that now and said that if at the cruise line's discretion, if their passengers have been fully vaccinated and their crews have been fully vaccinated, they do not have to wear a mask outdoors unless in very crowded situations. So for instance, if you're crowding onto the top deck of a small tender boat to get to the private island or to an island of some sort, you might need to wear a mask in that situation. But when you're out walking along the beach and on the private islands now, you won't have to wear your mask. You don't even have to wear a mask if you go to the barbecue or the dining. You can keep your mask off for extended period of time. None of this mask on, pull it down, take a bite, mask back on, mask down, take a bite. None of that garbage. That's dumb, actually. But so Royal Caribbean has already jumped on this and said, you know what? Their Adventure of the Seas that's sailing to the private island, well, yep, they're not going to require anybody to wear masks because they have a fully vaccinated crew and passengers. So that's a big one, right? Being able to walk around in the sun on the top deck in the heat without a mask, go to a private island, go in and out of the water without worrying about putting your mask on and getting it wet and all that other stuff is a huge relief for a lot of people. And it's finally guidance that's saying this is the difference between a vaccinated cruise and a non-vaccinated cruise. And now all focus turns to Florida and Texas again because of the stance of the governor there, saying that he will not require, he made it illegal for a company to ask for proof of vaccination. So is this one of those things? Now they're in court today. By all accounts, it really doesn't look like this is going to go through. It's probably going to be thrown out. Not necessarily, not the court case itself, but the injunction. The injunction probably won't go through, but the court case will continue on at a later date with a lot of hearings and things like that. The pandemic would probably be over before that's ever decided on in a court. And with the let's appeal it to the state Supreme Court, and then let's appeal that to the federal Supreme Court. You see where that's going? It's just going to go on and on and on forever. Hopefully Governor DeSantis can make an exception for Florida. Hopefully Texas will do that as well for the cruise lines to get started. And the cruise lines have already said that they have only set up the requirement for being tested until the end of October. Why? Because November 1st is when the guidance from the CDC expires. And they're hoping by then the CDC will let it expire and there will be no guidelines. But if that stays in place, that means there's no sailing out of Florida ports and Texas ports until November. You might as well kiss this year goodbye, everybody, and just plan for next year. I don't know if Governor DeSantis wants that on his record. I don't know if he wants the hundreds of thousands of jobs in Florida and businesses affected because he's made a stance to permanently not allow anybody asking for vaccine passports, even though the CDC is clearly showing favoritism now towards a vaccinated cruise. Let's see where this goes, but the good news is if you're heading over to fly out of to sail out of Bahamas and Bermuda and St. Kitts, you don't have to wear a mask up on the top decks. You don't have to wear a mask on the private islands. You don't have to wear a mask to sit down and have a hamburger on the top deck of the pool. That is finally some common sense rulings. That if you are fully vaccinated and the crew is fully vaccinated, there should be a difference, especially in outdoor activities. Especially when you're not at capacity neither, right? We're talking much less capacity than is on normal cruises. So yeah, I'm glad to see this. Let me know what you guys think. What do you think the governor is going to do now? And hey, we really haven't heard anything about the lawsuit today come out, other than the majority of people that I've talked to in the, cruise law industry kind of thing, don't think this has any legs to stand on as far as an injunction is concerned. It can be far different when you get to court, but to get an injunction to stop the CDC's guidelines, if you think about it this way, what judge out there right now is going to say, yeah, you know what? All the safety standards that we've been doing for the past year is really wrong. So we're going to rule that the CDC is wrong in this case. That's a heck of a statement to come out and say. And I don't think there's too many judges out there that will do this. Well, there you go. At least you don't have to wear a mask on the private islands if you've been vaccinated. Well, I hope you appreciate the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.